there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber. Today I have orange and black DIYs for you for fall. There are 4 of those. I think you're going to enjoy these. Hopefully you loved last week's video of some subscriber favorites. I completely enjoyed my week off on YouTube, but we're back this week with fun new DIYs just for you. So if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and turning on that bell. Introduce yourself in the comments below. We do put everything down in the description box. We timestamp everything, and there are tons of other videos here on my channel to inspire you. And if you're returning, I'm super glad that you're back again this week. I think this week is going to be so fun. Okay, so we're trying new things, okay? I always love trying new things, all right? Sometimes it's questionable and sometimes it goes really well, but I'm going to show you before each video. Like, I'm going to show you now, like, what we're doing. I'm just going to, like, show it to you guys. I thought we'd wait till the end, but we'll just do it kind of in the beginning so that way you know what to expect. And if you want to go into the description box and go to the timestamps, you certainly can. And by the way, I just realized I had paint all over my hands because I was painting today. Y'all, it's just nothing. You can't crop this out. Like, you just can't do it. I'm looking at myself in a little viewfinder. But let's go over them. No particular order. Actually, no, let me go ahead and put them to you in order, all right? So this one will be first. I love this guy. You guys are picture frames. They are Dollar Tree picture frames, all right? Look at this. So this will be project number 1. Love this one. You could change out the scrapbook paper. For whatever you want to put in there, you could change up your bow. You could do something completely, totally different. You could make bigger and smaller ones of these. I just think you could just do a number of different things. So this one is project number 1, project number 2, and that would be this guy right here. Oh my goodness gracious. So Faith, Hope, and Home, I think is who it is. I follow her on TikTok. I also follow her on Instagram. She did one of these pumpkin boxes, almost identical to the top right here. She put like a light box in here, and I was like, oh my gosh, we got to do something different. We got to put it on a candle base. So I took a Dollar Tree candle base, and this is what we got. So this is project number 2. Super cute little guy right here, and he does light up, which, look at that, how fun. It does come open like so you can just pop your little lights in there. But this will be project number 2. Oh my gosh, and it looks like kind of like a spider web. This one right here is project number 3. And y'all, okay, in case you did not know this, I just have to tell you the story because we've not put it on YouTube yet. It's actually on Facebook. I had a pizza pan project go completely like mega super viral last year. It's Christmas. Right now, I think it's like sitting at like 82.7 million views on Facebook. Y'all, that's like crazy right there. 82, like almost 83 million views. I don't even know, but nevertheless, it has a lot of views. In fact, it's this, let me just go ahead and show you because we're going to put it on YouTube this year. So this is the project from last year. Okay. This is our pizza pan DIY. This is the one that went completely, I don't even know why it went viral, but it did. It was featured on MSN. It was featured on, oh my gosh, a couple of other like places, a couple of magazines, but y'all, this one right here, I don't even know why. But the bow is glued on, but you can totally change it out. But I ain't doing nothing to this. This one, I'll keep this forever simply because it's just, you know, it's the first video that ever went like super mega viral for me. And ironically, it happened on Facebook. You know, why can't that stuff happen on YouTube, you know? But anyways, this is the one we're doing tonight on our video. It is going to be project number 3. So I just had to like share that with you guys. So this is a pizza pan. And will it go viral? I don't know, but we shall see. I would love to know what you think about this one. I'd love to know what you think about the pizza pan crafts. Y'all, I just think it's super cute. So this is project number 3. And then project number 4, all right, y'all, is a Dollar Tree tag makeover. Now, I love napkin crafting, okay? I love doing napkin decor. I'll just hold this up for a second. This is a napkin, and this is a napkin too. And I recently sold napkin bundles on my website, on my shop. Y'all, they sold out so fast. Like, I think it was 8 days, which is pretty quick for something like a new product to offer. 8 days. So we do have a wait list for Christmas napkins. I'll put the link in the description box below as well. But y'all, this right here, super easy. Just a tag makeover from the Dollar Tree. So love the bows. I read a couple comments about people who are like, the bows are tacky. Listen, you don't have to add the bow. You can completely do without the bow. Like, no one is requiring you to have a bow. It's just completely optional. It's a way for you to dress up your own home decor. But around here, I'm super proud of the fact that I am somewhat getting better at bows. Okay, you guys, before we get started, I have to tell you about something. So just give me just a few more minutes of your time. You guys, oh my gosh, look what came. Look what came in the mail. It's super sparkly, so I have to like catch the light just a certain way. But y'all, look at this. This is a nomination for DIY Influencer of the Year for the American Influencer Award. So I've been nominated for the lifestyle category as DIY Influencer of the Year. There are 5 nominees like total, and I am one of those 5. So I'm super proud to tell you that. If you would go to AIAawards.com and consider voting for me, I would be super honored, y'all. I don't know how this even happens. I'm just so glad that we can finally, you know, be a part of something like this. This is a huge milestone for me. It's also like, it's such an honor for myself. Like, I'm just like, how did I get to this point in my life? But you guys, you're probably wondering, like, girl, you got 12 videos. How'd that happen? Who did you pay? No one, first of all. I get where you're coming from. But I have been on Facebook. I was a Facebook first creator, so I've been on Facebook since 2015. I have been doing all the things over there. I have like almost 500,000 followers on Facebook. If you are unfamiliar, I'm just newer to YouTube. I've been on Facebook for a while, but YouTube is like new to the scene. So this is pretty stinking awesome, and I'm just honored to even be like a nominee. So I would love for you to consider voting for me if you go to AIAawards.com and go to the lifestyle category. It's like option 2 is like DIY Influencer of the Year. You'll see my face there. And my handle is, they use your Instagram handle, so it is the Rusty Nail GA. And I would love for you to go cast your vote for me. You can vote once a day, every day until September 30th. Let's go ahead and get started with this week's video. I do not want to keep you any longer. Again, please let me know which one of these is your favorite in the comments below. And don't forget, introduce yourself, subscribe to my channel. Next week, I'm going to try to give you guys a house update, because I've seen your comments. You've been asking, what about the house? What about the house? We'll talk about that next week. So you want to come back next week to tune in for that one. And then I will also throw in Avery's acorn on next week's video. We didn't add it to this one, but let's go ahead and get started. Thank you once again for being here. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's video. All right, this is the first one. So we're going to do a pumpkin picture frame. So I just got these smaller picture frames from the Dollar Tree. I believe they're 2x3. I think they're just the smaller ones. I think they make cute ornaments too, but I figured we could make a pumpkin out of this. So I got 4 of them. The back one, we're not going to put anything in it because it's going to be something that helps us like stand up our pumpkin. But you're going to take all the plastic off. You're going to take the backs off. And you can take out the glass if you don't want to use it. It's completely up to you. And then we're just going to take this pumpkin colored chalk paint from Waverly Chalk Paints, and we're going to paint all the frames with that orange color. And then you can distress your frames if you want to. I think it'll turn out really cute if you like did like a chippy on this. That'd be really fun. But you're going to dry them. And then I have these scrapbook pages from Hobby Lobby, and I'm using the glass to trace the scrapbook paper so I know that it's going to be a perfect fit for my frame. And so you can use all the same scrapbook paper. You could use fabric, you could use a napkin, you could use pictures if you wanted to, or you could just paint your own design. Now, I decided I wanted to kind of give this frame a little bit of character, so I just took some paint and added a little bit of distressing to it because I felt like it needed a little pop. And then I just put the scrapbook paper into the frames, and I put the glass on the back so that you didn't have that shine. You know what I'm saying about the shine? It's just shiny when the glass is reflecting. And then I took my hot glue and I just layered the frames on top of that back frame. As you can see, I didn't put anything in it because it's not going to show. But I did paint it because you might see it when it's standing up. And then I took the 2 that had the same scrapbook paper in the sides and put it in the sides. And then I took the 1 and put it in the front. And now I'm using a wine cork for the stem of our pumpkin, and then I'm just putting some Spanish moss into the top of our stem here. And you guys, I think it just is so simple, so easy, finding creative ways to create decor is just something I absolutely love. And as soon as I saw the picture frames, I knew like we have to make a pumpkin. Now, nothing is like finished without a bow, right? Some of you guys don't really like the bows, and some of you guys absolutely love the bows. So I love to make like raggy, shaggy, messy bows. And so we're going to add a little bow to this guy here. Now I'm just wrapping some raffia around the top. Rather than putting it like in my bow, I just wrapped it around and kind of let it hang down. And then I just took some scraps of fabric and tore them into like skinnier pieces and just made a ginormous X. And then I added just a tiny, tiny little bit of raffia to my bow just to kind of incorporate it just a little bit. And then I just tied it off, and I know it was really long and we're going to cut off quite a bit. But I felt like we needed it to be longer just so I could gauge the size of the bow and the length of it. So just glued it on, and this is what our little frame looks like. That's a pumpkin. I think it's super cute. You could do this with bigger or smaller picture frames, and that's what we got. So I hope you like this one. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and hopefully we'll have this one up on the blog for you soon. All right, so this one is super cute. Okay, so this one was inspired by Faith, Hope, and Home. Found her over on TikTok. So fun. Love her TikToks. And she did this pumpkin. I got it at the Dollar Tree. And she just did it by itself. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is adorable. So I had to put my own little spin on it. And so we're going to put this on a candle base from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to try to make my candle base look kind of like a spider web. I don't really do a lot of like Halloween decor, but I thought this would be really fun. So I just chalk painted it with the Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. Then I took some Waverly's white, and I just went around the raised areas of the candle in hopes that it would kind of look like a web. And then I used a stick from the yard, and I'm going to attach this to the top of it's like a shadow box, but you could put like a tea light in it from the Dollar Tree. That's our stem basically. And then I took this fabric that I got out of my Five Below rug that I basically tore apart. And I just like took the fabric apart from the rug. So you just cut out the stitches and you get all these random scraps of fabric. And so that's where that fabric came from. And then this is just a placemat that I got at Dollar General. And I thought it was super cute to add like the ticking lines. And then this fabric here, I believe I got at Walmart in a yard. And then this is a ticking fabric from Hobby Lobby that I've used quite a bit over here on my channel. And then this is just a piece of polka dot fabric from Walmart. The gray is also from Walmart. They're pretty inexpensive, so don't think that you can't get some inexpensive fabric from Walmart. And then, of course, we're going to make, you guessed it, a bow. We're making another bow. I think all these projects have bows. Again, you can always leave the bows out if you're not a lover of the bows. You can substitute whatever you want. I know a lot of people have different preferences, and that's fine, but I just wanted to share my ideas with you. And so these pieces were a little bit thicker than I wanted, so I cut them down a little bit skinnier. Now I know this bow looks absolutely enormous. Again, I like to make it a little bit longer, so I'd rather have more than enough than not enough, if that makes sense. So just start stacking in random orders. Just make you like an X, and then I just use some twine to tie it off. And then we're just going to kind of pinch it together and trim it up, and then that's going to go onto our pumpkin. I wanted it to look like you had like scary hair. Scary hair. Y'all, if you could just see into my mind sometimes, it's just so crazy the thoughts that I have about just visualizations of things. So I'm using some E6000 to attach our pumpkin like block to, and then we're going to glue it right on top of there. I did not distress the candle base. I just painted it black and then added the white. Did a little dry brushing, and I'll show you here in a second. I know it's hard to see when it's like standing up. And then I took these lights, like the fairy lights from the Dollar Tree, and I just tucked them inside, and then I glued the battery pack to the back of the base. Now, no one's going to see it if it's up against something, but if you don't like how it sticks out in the back, that's fine, but it's not really noticeable. But look how cute that is with the lights inside. Adorable. And the base kind of looks like a spider web. So here's it off. I didn't really get a good photo of that or a view, so I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. So this one is my absolute favorite. So I was telling you the story in the intro of this video about my viral pizza pan project last year. And so I don't do a whole lot of pizza pan projects, but I thought we're going to do one this year for fall. And so this is my little spin that I'm going to put on this one. And at Christmas time, I will share that pizza pan project with you guys from Christmas, but it is over on my Facebook page. It's in like the playlist over there, so you guys can go see it if you want to. But basically, we're just coating this pizza pan with the black chalk paint from Waverly. I feel like the chalk paint sticks better to the metal than the acrylic paint. And then I want to also make mention that that is not chalkboard paint, it is just chalk paint. And so I did 2 coats of that. And then I'm going to use this pumpkin, this planked pumpkin from Dollar Tree. And I have this napkin that I got, I believe, at Home Goods, and it's 3-ply. So I'm just tearing apart the plies, and we're going to apply that to our plank pumpkin. Now I'm using some Mod Podge, and I was pretty generous with the Mod Podge because I really wanted this to stick good because I want to distress the napkin, and I didn't want the napkin to come off super easy. So I found that adding a little bit extra Mod Podge helps it to stick a little bit better. And then I just lay it right over the top. Now this had a weird black seam in the middle of it, but I didn't worry about it. I think it just adds character, but you could totally position it in a different way. And then I just used some saran wrap, my rolling pin. It helps kind of smooth it out. You can use the iron method. You can do a number of things. And then I just use my heat gun, or you can use a hair dryer to dry it. And then I sand off my edges, but I've had a lot of people mention the burning of the napkin edges. I personally am not a fan of that technique just because for certain things, I don't want it to leave that smoky edge. So I'm going to end up sanding it anyways. So it's completely up to you. If you enjoy that technique, you can totally do that. But I just stick with just sanding down the edges. I kind of like the steps. And then you can see what happens when I distress that pumpkin. It really looks aged. And then I just took some black chalk paint, and I painted the top of the stem. I wiped it with my baby wipe. And then I'm just taking that rough grit sandpaper and sanding down the stem so it looks a little bit more defined because the background of our pizza pan is black. And then I just take this brush I got at Lowe's, like in the masonry aisle, and I was able to get into the grooves of the planks to take out the dust. And then I finally found the beaded garland from the Dollar Tree that everyone has been looking for. And I'm using this to just go around the edge of the pizza pan. And I just left it on the string, and it allowed me to like hold it up and drop it down. And then when I got to the end, I just kind of cut off the excess and glued it down. And then I'm taking some nautical rope, and I'm going around the edge of the pizza pan. Now, you do not have to do this step if you like it with the black edge. I actually posted this video on Facebook, and I got a lot of people that were like, I kind of like it without the rope. And some people were like, I like it with a rope. So it's completely your preference. It's not required at all. It might also be cute to do like a contrasting color on the edge, but I thought the rope would be really kind of cool. So I'm making a raffia bow. So I take the raffia, and we kind of cut this out of the video because it's just tedious work, but I take the little strands of the raffia and then I break it into smaller like strings because I feel like it's too thick, and then I just tied it into a bow. Now this burlap, I got at Hobby Lobby. I always get my stuff over at Hobby Lobby when it's 50% off. I don't think there's really many times that I get it full price, but I wanted something that I could fray the edges, and I needed it to be a little bit thinner, and the Dollar Tree burlap is very thick and hard to work with. So this one was easy to use, and then I just basically tore off some of the edges to make it kind of frayed. I hot glued it first, and then we're going to glue our raffia on top of that. And again, you can layer whatever you want to. And then over on the side, I just added a little green. It's like a eucalyptus piece from Dollar Tree. And then I'm hot gluing this onto my pizza pan. Now, somebody on my Facebook page in the comments said, add a magnet and you can make it like interchangeable. And I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think about that? So think about that if you want to interchange this. It'd be so fun to do. Then I took the leftover beads and I added it as the hanger. So this is our pizza pan DIY for fall. I think it turned out super cute. Let me know what you think. If you love the pizza pan crafts, I love the pizza pan crafts. And then this one here is our final project, and it is just a makeover of this Dollar Tree tag. Now, I had these napkins. I did bundles of napkins and they sold out so fast over on Facebook. So I can't even like offer them to you, but all these napkins that I use in this video were in the napkin bundles that I had available. And so they came from random places. Some of them I ordered, some of them it came from like Home Goods and TJ Maxx, but this tag came from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to use a couple of napkins to give it a fun makeover. Now, I thought I loved the black and orange for this project, and I just was like, we got to do this. We got to do something that's a pop of color. We've been doing a lot of neutrals and stuff. So I actually did this live on Facebook. If you did not know, I record all of my Facebook lives overhead so that we can put them on YouTube for you guys. And so they asked me to do the different Mod Podge tricks of applying Mod Podge. So we did the iron Mod Podge. Now we're going to do the Saran Wrap Mod Podge. And basically what we're going to do is just we're gluing on this Saran Wrap, this napkin with the Saran Wrap. So we've got the Mod Podge, the Saran Wrap with the napkin down, the parchment paper. We're going to iron it on. It worked just as good. But y'all, I just love the traditional method of doing the things. So this is two different techniques on how you can Mod Podge with the iron on method. But again, it's totally your preference. So I got pretty good results from all different ways. So now we're going to make a bow. I told you we're going to make a bow for all these projects. So fun, right? So I'm just taking some ribbon, this is the Dollar Tree burlap, which you can see it's really stiff and it's kind of hard to work with. So that's why in the previous project I used the burlap from Hobby Lobby, but it works just as good. And then this is where I'm showing you how you can take up and pull apart the raffia into little strings and make it smaller, like skinnier, little stringy stuff instead of the stiff. And then I'm just doing thicker pieces of ribbon and fabric, and I'm just, layering on different things. And then we're going to just tie it up and we're going to add it to our project. And this one, again, I just absolutely loved the makeover for this. I thought it was so fun. If you love the colorful, like orange and black for Halloween or fall, then this is something for you to consider. Again, if you wanted to make this more neutral with this tag, you can make this with like the magnet or like Velcro. And I wanted to raise this off, so I just went ahead and glued everything on there, and I just used some popsicle sticks and gave it a little bit of dimension. I thought it was really fun. You can just lean it somewhere. You can hang it if you want to, but you guys, I thought this was super cute. I would love to know which one of these was your favorite in this week's video. And don't forget, again, to go over to American Influencer Awards. You can look it up. It's aaiawards.com and consider voting for me for DIY Influencer of the Year. And I would appreciate your vote so greatly. But these are all of our projects from this week's video. I hope you love it. We're trying something new, showing you guys these at the end so you can kind of see how they go together in a collection. Again, you can use them individually. It's completely up to you. But thank you for watching this week's video. And if you're brand new, again, please introduce yourself. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Pass it on to somebody. And by the way, the frame pumpkin and the pizza pan are my favorites for this week. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So thank you again for watching this week's video. I know the intro was a little bit long, but hopefully you had a good time here, and I will see you on next week's video.